Hello and welcome to today's edition on Sapita Show. Today we reflect on our federal government and versus ASUU in their strike and the role of professors in our electoral system. On Monday, which is 14th of February 2022, popularly known as the Valentine's Day, the Academic Staff Union of Universities declared a one-month warning strike to the federal government. The strike, according to them, is due to the poor remunerations which they receive from the federal government, and equally the other perennial problems which they have been battling for long, like the poor state of our national institutions and universities. No doubt, these are enough incentives to embark on a strike. But the fact is that it is actually the students and their parents who suffer from these perennial strikes from ASUU. Not the president, not the Minister of Education, who continue to enjoy and receive humongous perks and legitimate benefits from their own offices. But that is not the aim of this video. The aim of this video is to reflect on the deplorable acts of some professors who act as returning officers in our national elections. As the 2023 election comes close, it is important that we revisit and address the situations where professors act as election riggers to tout who they should denigrate. As a philosopher myself, I'm trained to be open-minded and always to bow to superior logic. And so I see ASUU as an umbrella of intellectual, a body of intellectuals where nothing but excellence should be their lamplight. Global best practices should be their North Star, and meritocracy is actually their modus operandi. And the use of vice chancellors in our electoral system is geared towards improving the integrity of the electoral process. Of course, this was based on the assumption that these professors, having gone through the years, have built a profile that is what that they won't tarnish because of pecuniary benefits. Unfortunately, these professors and lecturers who should ordinarily represent the best of knowledge, the best of enlightenment, the best of discipline, and the moral fabric of our society have become slaves to our morally challenged politicians who manipulate elections in their quest to get power. In the 2019 elections, two professors who acted as collation and returning officers during the polls subverted the outcome of the election. The first person is Professor Peter Ogbon of the Department of Soil Science, University of Uyo. Professor Peter Ogbon, who served as a returning officer in Akwa Ibom Northwest Senatorial District, changed the outcome of the election by reducing the score of the leading candidate, by 5,000 votes, while allocating, increasing the votes of the losing candidate with the same number of votes. The second person was Professor Ignatius Uduk, who declared election results he did not even collate. And he just collected some from some unprofessionals, people who are not even in the electoral system, who handed him over results. He just announced it that way. How can a professor announce a result that he did not even aggregate, that did not collate? How can a professor who should be an emblem of integrity, who should be a model of decency, be now used as corrupt, become a tool in the hands of corrupt politicians in their quest for power? How can a professor who through the university institution should be withdrawing certificates from politicians who have been convicted of corruption be the one helping even certificate forgers to rig elections? Little less wonder the politicians make more than they do, they earn more than they do, and they still go ahead to determine the destiny of those professors who rig election for them. And that is what we see with this lingering crisis between ASUU and INEC. If it's a polity where people value education, where the politicians are people who understand the value of education, then it is easier to know that professors should be well remunerated. But in a situation where professors help to rig in touts in a position of authority, then they determine the destiny of the same professors by refusing to pay them their own salaries, and not just refusing to pay them salaries, by leaving our university system to be in a deplorable state. Having helped them as a professor to buy their way into offices, why shouldn't they ASUU, why should they be interested in your strike? Why should they be interested in your affairs? In helping to foist our political system, these charlatans, these lecturers that should be people eradicating corruption has actually become the one that are corrupt. These professors has become the corrupt ones. In 2023, professors and universities should prove to be the hallmark of integrity in the electoral process and should not be willing tools for the manipulation of the politicians who want to get power by all means. Rather, they should rise up and show what they are inside. Otherwise, it can be safely concluded that professors who are electoral riggers are the problem of our country. See you next time in part 2 of this video.